Everyone, I'm Jane from PolicyBee. Today we're looking to talk to James Webster at Hiscox Insurance. He's going to answer some questions about professional indemnity insurance claims. So hello James.
Hello.
Hello. Before we start, can you tell me a little bit about Hiscox and your role there?
Yeah, of course. So Hiscox is an international specialist insurer. We insure a large range of personal and commercial risks. One of the key areas of our focus is on small and medium-sized businesses. In the UK, we insure over 150,000 SMEs, consultants, and professionals. I'm the technology and claims manager, which, as it sounds, means that I manage the team that deals with claims made against clients in the media and technology sectors.
Lovely. So why is professional indemnity insurance a good idea, and what does it protect against?
So professional indemnity insurance protects against people who make claims against you or sue you over your work. Most of the claims we deal with it are by customers of our clients who claim that either they're unhappy with who are either genuinely unhappy with the work that's been done, or at least claim to be unhappy with the work. It can also provide cover from claims made against competitors. So most professional indemnity policies will also include cover for intellectual property claims or defamation claims, and we see a reasonable number of claims for intellectual property infringement or defamation by competitors of our clients who say either that our clients stole their idea, or that they were, let's say, less than complimentary about their competitors' products or services when they were out talking to customers.
I completely understand them. Can you give me some quick examples, claims examples?
Yeah, sure. So some time ago, a client of ours who worked in the PR business was approached by a business that was looking to launch a new product and wanted our client's assistance in the promotion of that. Our client did that, and they worked together for a number of months. Unfortunately, the product wasn't a commercial success, and our client's customer then blamed our client for that and refused to pay the invoices for any of the work. Our client felt it had actually done a pretty good job, and so brought a claim against this customer for the unpaid invoices, and then by way of a response, the customer made a counterclaim for a far larger amount, claiming that our client was responsible for the failure of their business. Another example that's more along the from the claims from a competitor are a client of ours that was involved that had an online trading business, had been running for a couple of years and was doing very well, and it had been noticed by a competitor that operated in the US and hadn't yet moved over to the UK and Europe, asking if they wanted to be acquired by them. And the head of this business said that either I can be your best friend or your worst enemy. Now, our clients had been going well, working independently for a few years, and decided they wanted to continue to do that and didn't want to be bought. And so the response to the polite decline of the takeover request was a claim from the US business saying that our clients had stolen had copied its business model, it had copied its website, it had copied its logo and name, all of which was without foundation.
So sometimes it's obvious that there's going to be a claim against you, but not always.
Yep.
So what should clients look out for when, to see if there could be a potential claim going to be brought against them?
Yeah, you're right. Sometimes it's very obvious, and if somebody's instructed solicitors and you receive a claim form or just a letter either from solicitors or a customer saying we're going to sue you, then that's pretty cut and dry. Where it can be a bit grayer is when when a claim hasn't been asserted, but there are warning signs that one could be about to follow. So often a refusal to pay bills is a very common one. Another one are just general, I suppose, increasing tensions in the relationship, criticisms of work or complaints for things that don't appear to be justified. I mean, not every single one of those is going to turn into a claim, but normally claims feature one or more of those features before they materialise.
So when should they let their broker know what's happening and bring the insurers involved in the situation?
I think, as a rule of thumb, the safest thing to do is to notify your broker as soon as possible, and then they can tell your insurer, and then the onus is going to be on the insurer to say, no, I don't think this is a claim yet, or yes, I do, and I want to be a bit more involved. Generally, I'd encourage clients to send through notifications whenever they feel as though there's the slightest prospect of a claim, because you're not going to be, or you can't really be criticised for being too cautious.
No, I completely agree. I think it's a really good idea. So after they've told the broker about the claim, what things should they do or shouldn't do?
So it's useful when they've told them about the claim. I mean, it's always useful to start putting together what are likely to be the key documents, like the contract that you have in place with your customer, and any of the more interesting or colourful correspondence that you've had with the customer. So far as the customer or claimant-facing side of things goes, I think the key things to do are not to admit liability, not to make any offers to settle, at least until you've spoken to your insurer. And generally, it's not a great idea to mention the fact that you are referring this to your insurers, because it can have the effect of lighting up pound signs in claimants' eyes.
I think the main question I get asked when someone's going to tell me about a possible claim is, how is this going to affect their insurance? And is there a limit to how many times they can notify us about a possible claim or have an actual claim?
Yeah. I mean, I probably can't speak for the entire insurance market, but I'd say generally, I feel a lot more comfortable about the clients who I speak to regularly and who do often make notifications, because I'm not worried about what's going on that I don't know about. I mean, equally, it's unrealistic to be in daily dialogue with every single client, but you do get, but the customers that do notify relatively regularly, you do get a good sense of how well they manage themselves and how well they manage their the projects they work on and the clients that they work with. And I certainly wouldn't expect the underwriters here to penalise somebody who's made a lot of notifications, or for that to have an adverse impact on, say, the premium or the excess. If there have been lots of notifications and lots of claims that have been paid, then it might be a different story. But if we're just talking about customers not being sure whether something's quite reached the point of being a claim, then I don't see why it should have any impact.
Yeah, that's really helpful. Thank you, James. So I think that's all my questions for now, unless you'd like to add anything else, James?
No, I think that's it from me. Thank you.
Brilliant. Thank you. I hope everyone's enjoyed the chat with James and learnt a lot from it. If you do have any more questions, just get in touch. Like I say, my name's Jane, and my telephone number, the best telephone number to contact me on is 0845 872 5080. But we've included all my contact details in the description. And if there's anything else you want us to talk about, just let me know. And so bye for now. Thank you.